You are truly in a virtual game, not metaphorically and literally. You just never noticed it, because you were playing by rules that were presented as the norm. You have an avatar, your body. You have quests, your job, relationships, survival. And there's a storyline written before you arrived. You live in it. You exist in it. You sleep in it. And awakening isn't some romantic sunrise or the sound of birds. It's a jolt to your nervous system when you finally begin to see. The first sign is pain, but not physical, the kind that shatters everything you once believed in. You look at your family, your friends, everyone around you, and for the first time you realize they weren't your allies. You thought they loved you, supported you, protected you. But now you see most of the time they did everything to keep you from changing. Your freedom made them uncomfortable. Your power scared them. Your awakening broke their script. And so you stand alone, with this knowledge, this new vision. And it doesn't bring relief. It tightens your chest. You begin to realize that you were a controlled character, that your reactions were programmed, your emotions conditioned, your fears, dreams, habits, embedded by others. And in that moment, you can never go back. It's too late. The masks are off. Their faces now appear as codes. You no longer see mom, dad, best friend, or brother. You see roles assigned to them in your reality. And it hurts, because you allowed all of this. You didn't want to see. You were afraid of the truth. You clung to comforting lies because they were familiar. You grew up believing in good people, that there's a mother who's always on your side, a father who always knows best, grandparents, family, friends. They were your safe background, your hope, your meaning of life. You believed these people were yours, that they loved you, protected you, cared about you, that they wanted what's best for you. And that was the trap. The system is built so that your closest circle is not just your environment. They're the instruments of awakening. The ones you saw as the kindest play the darkest roles in your journey, not to hurt you, but to force you to grow. But how do you grow someone who's asleep? Through pressure, through guilt, through control. You start to remember how you were shamed for being yourself, how your pain was dismissed, how you were punished for being honest. They weren't monsters. They were your growth programs coded into other people's bodies. They hit where it hurt, because that's the entry point to the matrix core. The sweetest people became the carriers of your inner demons. You blamed yourself when you felt anger toward them. You justified their behavior when you felt hurt. You believed you had to respond with kindness, even when every part of you screamed, "I'm not okay." And so you stayed silent. You suppressed yourself. You bent yourself to fit into their system. Now you see. They weren't love. They were masks, hiding lessons. And once you see this, you can't play the old roles anymore. You can't be the good son, the obedient daughter, the loyal friend if those roles keep you in a cage. They're not your enemies. They're your teachers and the ones you chose before entering this game. And as you watch their masks fall, you don't see evil or hatred. You see emptiness. The program has ended. The role is done. Now it's your move. You look at them and don't recognize them anymore. People who were in your life for years, celebrating birthdays, staying with you in hospitals, moving houses, sharing joy and grief, promising love, raising you, or being raised by you. You now see not people but roles, as if a filter was turned off. You begin to notice details you once missed. Words that sound like commands, gazes that control, silences that manipulate. It's like the entire world is a puppet theater and you weren't just the audience, you were a marionette. And then something irreversible happens. Masks begin to drop. You no longer hear, "I worry about you." You hear, "I can't manage my own life, so I try to control yours." You no longer hear, "It's for your own good." You hear, "I'm afraid of your freedom." You no longer see smiles. You see fear, dependency, pain, everything they hid behind politeness and care. They're not evil people. They're sleeping programs acting according to their code. And when you wake up, You leave the shared script. That means they can no longer use you. They can no longer manipulate you. You are outside their game. And in that moment, you feel lonely. Because your whole world crumbles into dust. You can't go back to how it was. You can't pretend. You can't laugh with those who dim your spark. You're different now. And you didn't choose it. You remembered it. We're taught to cling. To things, to people, to status. We build our lives wrapped in physical matter, as if it gives us security. We think, if I own a house, I'm safe. If I have a car, I'm successful. If I have family and friends, I'm not alone. We make the external our inner foundation. We confuse feelings with support. The inside is empty, but the outside looks nice. And we think we're in control. But that's the trap. The hologram. Dense matter is an anchor to illusion. Everything you can lose was never yours. You think you won't survive without your family's approval, that you'll collapse without a partner at your side, that without a parent to shield you, you'll break. But the truth is, you're not holding on to them. You're holding on to your version of weakness, afraid to face reality. You fear being alone, because then you'll have to remember who you are. And that's why the system floods you with stuff, people, expectations, so you never end up alone. So you never see. Everything you searched for outside was always within. You are left alone. And that's not a metaphor. It's a fact. You wake up and realize no one is coming to save you. No one owes you love. No one will live your life for you. And you know what? That's not a tragedy. That's freedom. As long as you depend on someone's approval, you are not free. As long as you need someone's support, you're living someone else's life. We were told since childhood, alone means weak. But in truth, alone means whole, complete, enough. You don't need support when you become the foundation. You are the lone warrior, the one who doesn't demand, but radiates, the one who doesn't need, but gives. You don't fight. You emanate strength. Awakening isn't rebellion. It's returning yourself, to yourself. It's remembering who you were before all the roles. You were free. You were conscious. You were alive. And now, you are returning to yourself. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for your comments and your presence. Wishing you a quiet evening with inner peace and true awareness. See you in the next video.